Learning to use your language is probably the most powerful thing you can obtain in this life. That's why it's important to know the linguistic skills. It's important to know how to utilize the mind and how to access this powerful place within yourself. Good day, everybody. My name is Seth Grey, and I come here to bring you content that can help you change the way you see the world, that can help you improve your communication skills. Whatever it is that you want to achieve, whether it's mentally, whether it's emotionally, whether it's all the feelings that you're feeling majority of the time. So in this session today, we're going to cover skills on how to improve your linguistic powers, your power to communicate, your ability to know the structure of communication. It's absolutely critical, absolutely important for you to be able to be proficient with your language and to be able to language your world internally and externally. So we will be covering a lot of hypnosis skills, both verbal and non-verbal hypnosis, that will empower you so much so that you'll be able to be a choice in your life, emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever way you choose. If you're the kind of person that really wants to take healing into your own hands and you really want to achieve the best you can achieve in this life, then smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, because I'm going to be bringing you sparkling rich content that's going to change the way you see the world. And if you look at my previous videos, I teach a lot of non-verbal hypnosis, how to go into the body and actually start working from the glandular system, the endocrine system. If we can learn to produce these chemicals into the body, they will change the way we perceive the world. They will change the way we feel in the world, more calmer, more relaxed. So definitely check out those videos. They are extremely powerful in learning how to access your own chemistry, your chemistry. You know, once you can access your own chemistry like dopamine, serotonin, and you learn how to produce these chemicals in your body, that'll be the moment that you'll have full control over your body, because we're working from the inside out, from the lower system, which is, this is the enteric brain. This is our first brain. We're working from that brain up, not this brain down. We have two hemispheres. This is our first brain, our enteric, and this is our second up here. We've got the neocortex and the limbic system. And by learning how to activate this parasympathetic response, which is, it's just learning how to change your metabolism, how to change your blood temperature. These are very powerful keys in learning how to control your body. But in this lesson today, we're going to focus on linguistic powers. I'm going to share with you a few little skills that you can do to be able to be more conscious of your words. So before we begin, I want you to just stop, completely stop, pause everything, and become fully present into this moment. Become fully aware of what you're seeing, the sounds that you're hearing, and the feelings that you're feeling in your body. Become fully present in the moment. Come into your body. Feel your hands, feel your feet. Notice everything that's happening all around you. And in this moment, you can just stop again. Allow yourself to go inside, deep inside, into that place where you keep all those profound moments, those good feelings. As you go into that space, I don't know if you can imagine your favorite color. Just imagine your favorite color. And I don't know what color that is, but as you see that color, or you see the name of it, get the feeling of it, allow it to go into that space and fill that space. And as it fills this space, allow it to go deeper into all the little molecules and crevices, and allow that color to move all the way through your body, into the top of your head, out to the tips of your toes, going into all the pores of the body. And end, stop, come back. You can end that now, come back, come back. In this linguistic series that I'm going to be creating now, I'm going to be going into how to use our language, how to use our tone, pacing and pausing, how to use our voice, and the structure of the words we can utilize to get people into a more receptive state, or just to communicate better with people. So the first two things I will share in this video to get you warmed up is the difference between language. You know, we have two different types of language. We've got vague language and we have descriptive language. And learning whether you're speaking majority in vague language or descriptive language is fundamental. And how we figure this out is vague language is speaking in what we call the language of the heavens, or words that have, they speak in implication, assumption. And when you speak in these words, you're speaking conceptually, evaluatively, which is sometimes not clear. And it can send the mind on a whirlwind, completely on a whirlwind, when you speak vague, because it's speaking in big chunks of information, words that contain a lot of meaning, multiple meaning. Ambiguities, when you speak in ambiguous language, which is vague language, there's many meanings to it, so the mind is wondering what you actually mean. And that creates doubt, because there's no real truth, there's no solid truth. So when your mind looks for all the things that it thinks you mean, and whatever it pulls up, it will believe in that. So it's the basis of hypnosis is vague language. And most people speak very conceptually, they're very vague in their language. So on the other hand, we have specific language, which is sensory rich language, where we speak in the senses, where we speak in description, you know, what we're seeing. You know, like I've got this leaf and it's got textures on it. You can see it's dry, it's lost all its color. It's autumn now, all the leaves are falling off the trees, and I'm sitting by this little river. You know, it's also dried up, but usually there's running water, and there's lots of these dried leaves, and you can even hear the sound that they make. It's so like crunchy, and the details there, how they break apart. Very amazing. So that is descriptive language. We're describing what we're feeling, whether it's an internal sensation or we're physically feeling with our hands the textures of things, you know, the sound of things, what they sound like, what it feels like, what the feelings you feel in your body, what it looks like. You know, if you look, there's different browns, different shades of brown, white. You could probably even find a little bit of gray on there, chromatic gray. And these are sensory-based descriptive language. What you see, what you hear, what you feel, what you taste, what you smell, based on the 5 senses. And when we speak in descriptive language, sensory-based language, we actually connect to a part of the brain that creates emotions and feeling. And when we speak in this language, we're speaking with precision, we're speaking with clarity, we're speaking in small chunks of information. When you speak descriptive to someone, they will understand exactly what you mean. They will get the point immediately, because there's no vagueness in description. It's specific language, specific, precise, clear, and concise. But on the other hand, when we speak in vague language, we can send the mind on a journey into the realms of the abstract, into the fantasy, bring new worlds into existence. Aliens and other beings from other planets. One of the vaguest words in the world, it's a 3-letter word, and it starts with a G. God. God is one of the vaguest words in the world, because it means so much. It implies so much. Think about how many religions and gods and ideologies are contained within the word God. What does it mean? It means so much. It's such a big chunk of information, and it's extremely hypnotic because it can mean so many things. Ambiguous language is the basis of hypnosis, and how to send the mind on a whirlwind to discover the truth. And we become the seekers of this life, seeking the truth, looking for the truth. When the truth is right here in the sensory-rich descriptive language, the truth is the textures, the shapes, the sizes, the colors. Got some leaves here, green leaves with little sticks, grass. You can hear the birds chirping around me. I'm sitting outside, the sun is shining, the skies are blue. So knowing the difference between vague language and descriptive language will completely transform your communication skills. And something that can take it even further is become aware when other people are speaking. Notice, are they speaking vague? Are they speaking description-based? And counterbalance them. If they're speaking vague, go specific on them. If they're speaking specific, go vague on them. Test it out. And this is not about one idea is right and the other is wrong. This is about balance. We're finding balance. And in my earlier videos, I've spoken about the paradox. Now, paradox is one of the most powerful principles you can ever utilize in your life. And when you find the paradox to any given situation, the paradox is simply when the good and the bad coexist simultaneously and they're seen equally. They're equally as valid. This one is equally as valid as that one. When they're seen as equally valid, they coexist as one. So you validate the good as equal to the bad. That is a paradox. So the paradox, by speaking vague and speaking specific, would be when you are specifically vague. So in your day-to-day, the way you think, start to become specifically vague with your language, which just means become specific with your vague language. Because vague language implies vagueness, it's unclear. So when we are clear and specific with our vagueness, a new level of communication emerges, a new level of perception emerges, and that perception can open you up to learning more about the world, about yourself, and what you're capable of achieving. So become specific with your vague language. Start to merge the specific language and the vague language together, but do it consciously. When you're conscious of your abstraction, when you're conscious of your vague language, it becomes a whole different level of communication because you're thinking with an outcome in mind. You're speaking with an outcome in mind. So you're speaking specifically. You're speaking consciously with intention, which brings you into the moment, allows you to become fully present in this moment. It's almost like as if you're there looking, and you can just start to listen intently. All these words, these concepts, going deeper inside and start to make complete sense. Change the way you think, changes the way you feel, changes the way you operate in the world. These are powerful linguistic concepts that we can utilize to change our life and to become a better communicator. So I will continue in the next few series going deeper and deeper into these subjects, but become specific with your vagueness, learn specific language, learn descriptive language. I will be making videos specifically on vague language and specifically on specific language and how to utilize these with more language patterns so we can learn how to weave all these concepts together to become beautiful and profound communicators, speaking with outcome in mind,